are here with the star of both Too Hot to Handle and The Circle, Chloe. Thank you so much for sitting down with us today.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. So your career literally skyrocketed ever since your debut on Too Hot to Handle. Can you tell us about how you got on the show, and did you always want to be on television?
Oh no, I never wanted to be on TV, to be honest. When I was younger, I was so shy. When the opportunity kind of came my way, my mum said to me, like, Chlo, you're made for TV. And I never believed in myself. I was like, no, like, I'm a bit of a weirdo, mum. Like, I'm really loud. I've never fit in school. And she was like, please just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And after you've been on a show, then you kind of know what route you want to go down.
Totally.
And I went on to handle, and I loved it. It was like I was just made for being in front of the camera.
I know you did UK's Top Model, but besides that, was it weird getting used to the cameras around you 24/7?
It was a bit strange at first because obviously I've never been on TV before, and when I went on to handle, not knowing what to do, I wanted to be prepared going on a show. Mm-hmm. So I was like, how do I prepare for going on a show being filmed 24/7? Right. And I didn't even know, like, say if I wanted to go to the toilet, right. Am I being filmed? Am I not? Like, when I get in the shower, am I going to be filmed? I loved every minute of it. It was just so surreal. It's completely changed my life.
And you came off really authentically, which I love. Your personality, you can tell it's hard to fake it. So that's why it came off really beautifully on camera.
Thank you. Yeah, that is literally one thing that I would say to anyone that is looking to go on TV. Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Because you'll always get caught out in the end, and people can see right through you.
100%, especially nowadays with all social medias and stuff. You can see through that. When you started filming, did you honestly not know that you weren't able to hook up with anyone in the house?
Yeah, without a doubt. We didn't even know the name of the show.
Oh, no way.
It was like, yeah, we didn't know anything. I didn't even know it was for Netflix. So one of the producers and casters said to me, like, Chlo, this is going to be huge. Right. And I just had to trust her. And I made the right choice.
So how hard was it really to restrain from actually, hooking up with anyone or even kissing anyone?
To be honest, I mean, I could hype it up for you and be like, it was really hard. It wasn't, only because my mum and dad and my nan sat me down and was like, Chlo, if you go on TV and you have sex on TV, you're going to be known as someone that has sex on TV. And we don't really want to see you have do hanky panky. So I just kind of took their words into consideration and was like, okay, that's fine. When I went on the show, it was like, you can't have sex. And I was like, wow, that's great.
I wasn't planning on it.
Yeah. It's the perfect excuse.
Right.
Because imagine jumping into bed with someone and then going, oh, sorry, I can't have sex with you because my nan told me not to. Yeah, could you imagine that? Yeah. Exactly.
That's amazing. I know you and Francesca weren't exactly the best of friends on the show, so kind of where's that relationship now?
To be honest, there's only a few people that I talk to from Too Hot to Handle. There's no reason why. I just feel like when you go on TV with a certain cast, every single person has a personality. 100%. Otherwise, they would never get on TV. And there's always going to be big personalities that clash. Mm-hmm. I think where I was so young and naive and I didn't know how to kind of work the cameras, because I was 19 when I first got casted for Too Hot to Handle. So when I'm in front of a camera, I would just be myself, whereas I feel like some people knew that if they broke the rules and if they kissed a girl and if they kind of stirred the pot a little bit, they would get more airtime.
100%.
I feel like that's why we kind of didn't get on, because I didn't understand TV and how to work the cameras. But now I just look at her and think, you are a boss. You have absolutely smashed it. Nothing but positive vibes between me and Francesca. Yeah. We just talk.
And I know you talk a lot with Nicole.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of your besties. So tell me kind of how you guys maintain that friendship living so far apart.
Yeah, so basically she lives in London.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't live in, yeah, so
nice.
She's from Ireland, originally Cork. She moved to London 2 years before she filmed Too Hot to Handle. And because I drive, because I live in Essex, it's like an hour and a half from where she lives, I literally drive every week to go and see her. So
oh, that's so cute.
I know. But yeah, we're looking to move in together.
Oh, no way. Oh, wow. I love that. That's so cool that at least like a really solid friendship came out of the show. You know, that's really cool. So
we don't need no man.
Hey, exactly, girlfriend. So I want to get into the circle. Was it hard to detect who was real and who was a catfish on the show?
Yeah, really hard. I had no clue. I was oblivious. There was one point where I actually thought someone had two heads. If you watch that episode. So basically, when someone gets blocked from the circle, you get told you've got a video to watch, and it's like a goodbye video, and that's the moment where you actually get to see if they're a catfish or not. And someone actually said, like, you need to be careful because there's a snake in here with two heads.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm thinking, right, I mean, is that a possibility for someone to actually have two heads? So because you're so paranoid about people being real or not being real and being who they say they are, you start thinking people have got two heads. It's just crazy.
But also too, like, you know, you are secluded by yourself for such a long time. So I'm sure it also kind of makes you a little delusional. What was that part? What was that like, being alone and secluded for that amount of time?
I mean, I love being around people. I hate being on my own. I'm either surrounded by family or friends or Nicole.
Right.
Just bouncing off of people's energy is something that I've been doing my whole life. And just being in a room secluded by myself, having to isolate, because I had to isolate like 3 or 4 weeks prior to going into the
filmed all this during like COVID times, or like right in the middle of
it. So I isolated for 3 weeks at my flat in Essex, then went to Manchester to isolate for 2 weeks in a hotel. So that's 5 weeks isolation. And then when I went into the circle, I was isolated for about 3.5 weeks. So I was isolated by myself for like 7-8 weeks. It was just crazy.
And like, how much of the camera crew was in there with you at all times?
None. No one was allowed in. Yeah, because of COVID, no producers, no nothing. I mean, obviously, if I felt a little bit like ill or I needed to see a medic, then I could go see a medic. But other than that, I kind of got used to enjoying my own company.
Yeah, right? You learn a lot about yourself. Yeah. I pretend I'm such a people person too. I'd have pretended I was sick all the time just to see a human.
Yeah, exactly. And I have my unicorn as well, Ellie. So me and Ellie
I wanted to talk about this unicorn. So was this a stuffed animal you had from a kid, or what made you want to bring the unicorn?
To be honest, we got told before we went on the show, you can bring anything you want because you're going to be on your own in the show. So just make yourself at home.
Right.
And I thought, I'm going to bring some puzzles. I'm going to bring some notepads and pens.
Right.
And then I went to the range with my mum, which is a shop that basically sells everything homeware.
Right.
And my mum said to me, wouldn't it be funny if you took a unicorn in with you? And I thought, no, it wouldn't be funny. It would be absolutely legendary. Imagine me walking the circles, a massive unicorn. But Ellie become my best friend. I used to sleep. I used to lay on her little horn.
Everyone was talking about it, so that was brilliant. I love it.
She kept me company.
How upset were you when you found out that Trevor wasn't real, and have you had the opportunity to actually talk to him in real life?
So I think it was more of, I knew I was on the circle. I knew there was a possibility that Trevor was not real. He could be a catfish. It's a catfish show. I'm not that naive. But you know, when you talk to someone for so long, and like Delisa played his part tremendously, and she was sitting there getting all the questions right on the quiz. She knew all the basketball players' names. She absolutely aced it. So like, when I'm sitting there talking to her about going on dates and traveling the world, and then all of a sudden she's getting all these basketball questions right, I'm thinking, oh my god, it is actually Trevor. In my head I'm thinking, what if it is Trevor? Like, I can't just say to him, yeah, we're going to go on a date, and then Trevor meets me after the final and I'm like, oh no, sorry, I'm not into you. I had to be invested, but it didn't hurt my feelings, no. As soon as I see Delisa, her smile brightened up my life. And I haven't managed to actually speak to the real Trevor yet, but I am going to America next month. So hopefully when I go over there, I'll go.
I love it. So you just announced on a podcast that you and Mitchell have a little thing going on. So you got to tell me, how the heck did this happen?
Okay, so basically, like after the final, he come up to me, and like when all the cameras were off, he was like, "Chlo, I really just want to kiss you," and I was like, "Okay." So then he kissed me, and ever since, like we've been speaking near enough every day. We were FaceTiming every day for the first like 4 months after filming. But when I go to America next month, I'm definitely going to go and see him. I think it's just hard, like with a long distance. But yeah, I think we've said that we will wait. I'm not looking for a relationship just yet, neither's he. We're just kind of focusing on our career, but we know that we do get on really well, and yeah, we technically are dating, so
Oh my
we're just
God.
kind of just seeing how it goes. Yeah.
The time difference too, though, that must be crazy, you know, because it's not like a small time difference.
No, yeah, exactly. So like when I go sleep, he wakes up. When I wake up, he goes sleep. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's just a situation, isn't it?
Yeah, but when you were on the show, like, because you didn't really flirt with him like that on the show, and what was the reason for that? Did you think he wasn't real?
I didn't think he was real at all. I thought, no way. I actually voted Mitchell the last rating.
You're hosting Too Hot to Handle Extra Hot. So tell us about the new season and who you would go for in the house.
Okay, so I have seen it all.
Oh, amazing.
So I'm not going to give away any spoilers. The couple to look out for the most, in my eyes, would be Marvin and Melinda.
Okay.
They are just wild personalities.
Oh, that's fun.
I absolutely love them. They come across really radiant, and yeah, so I presented the Too Hot to Handle Extra Hot, which is like an after show.
Yeah,
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And I did actually get to speak to some of the contestants, but you're going to have to wait and see. I think that comes out next week. So perfect. A few days after Too Hot to Handle actually airs.
So if you were in the if you were in this season of Too Hot to Handle, who would you go for? Who do you think you would want to kiss?
Who would I go for? Oh, I feel like Cam would be more my type, only because he's kind of like another Corey.
Okay.
Can you see the resemblance? So Too Hot to Handle, you had Corey, and then Cam.
Lastly, do you have any upcoming projects that we don't know about?
Okay, so yes, I do.
Tell me.
Quite a few, but they are still in the process of like the contracts and people like tweaking and adding certain concepts into the shows and stuff like that. So, but yeah, a couple of UK shows as well, because obviously all my stuff has mainly been on Netflix.
Right.
Netflix are working on a project with me, and that's really exciting. We're getting towards the end of it now, so hopefully we'll be releasing some things.
And are these all like reality based shows?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. One of them, which is the UK one, isn't. Oh. No, it is. It is. I don't know how to describe it.
But it's like a different premise than the other shows you've been on, kind of idea?
It's completely different.
Okay.
So the show that I'm doing for the UK is completely different, but I really want to get into acting. So I'm going to have to pull my strings of Netflix. And when I come over to LA next month, I'm going to say to the people at Netflix, get me on an original series.
Directed. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. And okay, so to end, we always ask some fun random questions. So who was your childhood celebrity crush?
Childhood celebrity crush. Oh, did you ever see the film A Cinderella Story?
Yes, absolutely.
The boy in that.
The boy, like when she's younger? Wait. Oh, you mean a Cinderella, like with Hilary Duff?
Yeah.
Wait, Chad Michael Murray?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, yeah. I was thinking
Chad Michael Murray. Yeah, Chad Michael Murray.
That's a good one.
Sweetheart.
So I saw in your story you went go-karting for Father's Day.
Yeah.
Who won?
Me.
Oh my God, no way.
I know. I was so excited. I beat my dad on both of my brothers.
Oh, that's so sweet. Good job. Good for you, girl.
Thank you.
And then if you could be on any other reality show, what would it be?
I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here.
Okay. Oh, you knew that right away.
Yeah, I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here is my favourite ever show. And I just know it'll be just really funny if I went on it, because there is no way I would eat a camel's penis.
Right.
It would be hilarious.
Yeah, no, I could definitely see you on that. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us, Chloe, and we can't wait to see all the amazing things that you have coming up.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for having me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll be going to bed in the next hour.
I love it.